do the level.
Okay, so can we do a demonstration?
Yes,
for
we
you?
can.
Okay. I will happily volunteer.
Because she knows she's not obese.
Yama, you can't be too sure about that.
All right, so
Mama says I'm not fit.
yeah, so you place a finger on your navel.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do I have to place my finger here?
Yeah, because I have to measure through your.
Oh, so you can tell where my navel
your
is.
navel.
Okay.
It's okay. That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah. So relax. Just relax your tummy. Relax.
But I haven't had breakfast yet. Does that matter?
It doesn't really matter. In fact, I'll have the accurate measure of that. So yeah.
So what is my waist?
Yeah, your waist 71. 71.
71 what?
Yeah, 71 centimeters.
Centimeters.
Okay, what does that mean?
What's that in inches?
Yes.
Or it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, so the range is that it should be less than 80 centimeters for women. Not
Okay.
women.
80.
And I'm at
And in
70.
inches, that would be 32 inches.
Okay.
Okay, and then when it's above 88 centimeters or 35 inches, then it means you have
Excess.
Yes, we
So
call it
I'm
central
within, I'm
obesity.
okay.
Yes, you are okay.
Okay.
But you
And
still
is
have
it in proportion to her height? Or
this,
no?
Yeah, this actually assesses the waistline, as I said, and there's fat distribution in the body. Okay, the BMI actually.
Okay,
yes,
with a simple tape
a
measure.
simple tape
So
measure.
can you give us the figures again? What
Yes.
it
So
should be?
for men, it should be less than 92 centimeters.
Right.
What's that in inches?
In inch, that's 37 inches.
So 37 inches and
If
92.
your man and
Yes.
your waist is bigger than 37 inches, or
You have to watch out.
you have to watch out.
And when it's more than 40 inches or 102 centimeters for those who have the centimeters, then it means you have central obesity.
What,
Wait, but
Yes.
most men in Ghana have pot bellies.
Yes.
And they may not be big elsewhere. They just have a
Yes.
pot belly.
Exactly.
Is that considered obesity?
Yes, in fact,
Okay.
that's
pot belly is considered as
Yes,
obesity.
in
Even
fact-
if you're skinny, you know that some people who are very slim, but they just have that protruded
yes,
stomach.
in fact, evidence has shown that the pot belly or the central obesity has a stronger health risks than overall body fat.
Wow.
Because it's concentrated in one
Concentrated,
area.
Yes.
Oh.
So there's the fat distribution around the tummy. You call it the apple body
shape.
and then we have around the hips, and that we call the pear body shape. Usually for women.
So if you have are you saying if you have big hips, it means you're obese?
No, usually the apple type, the abdominal or central obesity have a stronger health risks than the apple. Than the pear body shape.
Okay, so for women, if you just repeat it, so
Yes.
women can do the test at home
Yes.
to know. So what is, as a woman, when should you be worried if you measure your waist?
What figure?
What figure
Yes,
should it
so
be?
32 inches or 80 centimeters, then you should start getting worried about your waistline. Okay, and for men, when it's 92 centimeters or 37 inches, then you have to be worried.
Okay.
So at your facility, do you get a lot of people coming in with the problem of obesity?
Yes, a lot. As dietitians and at school level, most of the cases we see, the diet-related cases come with obesity.
Wow.
Yes.
So that means Ghanaians are aware.
Yes, Ghanaians. Well, the level of awareness is another issue we can talk about. Okay. Yes, but we see a lot of cases coming along with obesity, and we sometimes also see people walking just because they are concerned about their weight, but they are few. So that also comes. That's the question
So
of awareness.
do people wait until there's a bigger health implication before they come and see you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they just
Generally.
come saying that I think I'm a bit overweight. Can you help me?
Yeah, from what I just said, you see, most of the cases are
Health related.
comorbid with other conditions.
Right.
And there are very few walk-ins.
So we wait until we have high blood
yes,
pressure, we have something that's
diabetes,
okay.
stroke
Then
before
you
we
are.
come in. Okay.
What is the treatment for obesity? Because now
You stop
you're saying
eating.
is it as simple? I don't believe it's just stopping eating
No, I'm just
or
being
eating
silly.
salad. But is it as simple as because some people will say it's genetic. Some people are genetically bigger.
I've heard that so many times. Where people say, "Oh, it's not food; they're big." Then they'll say, "Oh, I don't eat a lot," or "It's not food." But so, what causes obesity? There's some people who actually will argue with you that they're big, all right, but they'll say it's not food.
I was a bit chubby. I was, I said earlier I have some fat pictures. I think one day I have to show everybody.
I'd love to see those.
So you will laugh at me. No, but you see what I mean. Is it if it's a disease, is it because
What
then
causes
if it's genetic, is it genetic? First, let's establish that. Is it genetic? Can it be genetic?
Yes, obesity can be genetic. It can run in families, but there are other things to that too. Actually, the research have shown that it's actually a susceptibility gene. It rather predisposes you to being obese, provided a conducive environment.
That you offer it.
Yes, the high energy intake, food intake,
Sugar,
low activity, then
okay.
it predisposes you than the average person who is not predisposed.
Please tell us about the causes.
Yes, so the cause is excess food energy intake.
Meaning eating too much
Yes,
food.
persistently over a long time, and there was sustained decrease in physical activity.
Okay, I need to just put this to you. There's a woman who used to be at my old workplace, and she sells I think fruits. Like she used to take it around. Now on it every day, you see this woman. I don't know how many miles she'd walk, but literally, if you were driving around, you see her from here to Osu. This woman will probably walk about 5 or 6 hours a day, but she's big. And they always say that, okay, well, if you exercise. So I never understood it, because she walked more than most of us, carrying her fruits on her head, selling it. But she's a very big woman. Like in a case like that, she's exercising by walking how many miles? I don't know how many miles a day, but yet she's still big. In situations like that, how do you treat this kind of obesity? Because she's exercising. I don't know what food she eats, obviously, but I'm saying she's a big woman. And there's a lot of people, you see some of our, hawkers or some of the women selling things, walking up and down, and they walk in the hot sun, but yet they're still big. Does our environment also play a part in our size here as well?
Yes, in the example you just gave, she might be active at work, okay, but she might be eating
more than
she's burning during the activity.
So is food the major cause? Is it just food? Because you've only just mentioned one cause.
Yes,
not it?
Yeah, not only food. As we already discussed, genetics, it could run in family. Sometimes there could be underlying medical condition that could also bring about the obesity. And also the sociocultural perception about obesity. Yeah, especially in Ghana. I did a work on that for my MPhil when I was in graduate school. And we asked women, we showed them pictures of normal weight women through to obese women, and we asked them to identify which one they think represent someone who is married, who has children, who is happy in her married life, and they all chose an overweight body type. And then we asked them, which one do they think represents someone who is normal weight or healthy? They chose a smaller body size.
So we know being smaller is healthier, but yet we associate happiness, wellness, living good with bigger sizes.
Yes. So the sociocultural factors or perception have a stronger influence on their perception or their
skinny, they think you're malnourished or you're not getting enough food or you don't have money to buy food. Wow.
What is the treatment for obesity? Because Sandra just said stop eating. Clearly, that's a joke. But like, what is the treatment when someone is? And I guess with obesity, there's obese and there's morbidly obese.
Yes.
So what is the treatment? Is it just eat salad or what? What do you do?
Salad.
Yes, actually, diet plays a role as well as physical activity. So in losing weight, it's not about starving yourself or skipping food. It should be such that it can be sustained over a long period of time. It should be practical. So as professionals, dietitians, we recommend a reduction in your energy intake, whilst at the same time.
Please, when you say energy intake, what do you mean?
Yeah, food, as in
is it
fat,
particular foods?
Yes, fatty foods, sugary foods, okay.
Can you give us some examples?
Kenke, for example. Do kenke because we like kenke.
You're killing some people this morning.
Instead of 2 bowls of kenke, do you eat one?
Amma, is that what you eat? 2 bowls. I eat half a bowl.
I eat half a bowl.
So the energy giving foods are largely the fats the starchy food, the carbohydrates, and then the protein, meat, fish, beans, and the rest.
So you reduce that?
Yeah, so it could be. So for some people, their problem could be too much fat. Fried this, fried that. Okay. Sometimes sugary foods, this drink, sugary drink, and that all the time. And for some people too, it has to be the portion size. From the work I did in Kumasi for my MPhil, among the market women, realized that it wasn't about fat intake or sugar intake. It was about the portion sizes of the carbohydrates.
Like a huge portion.
Yes,
Yeah.
the full and the kinkies and the larger portion sizes.
Wow.
Okay.
And then with little vegetable intake.
Colin, let's draw a distinction between the building and fast food culture in Ghana. I mean, back in the day, to eat fried rice was, when we were younger, was a luxury. You used to eat it maybe once your birthday, you get jollof, you get minerals, Christmas time. Now, almost every single, I mean, right now, every street corner, Fridays, fast food, and we like the soche, as we say. So, with this, and I don't see it reducing, that it's more and more fast food restaurants opening almost every day all over the country, and less of us are eating like, just ampesier with just the traditional consomme, those things,
the healthy stuff.
Is obesity gonna, do you see it getting more rapid in Ghana or declining based on the fact that most of us are eating fried chicken, fried days, junk food?
Yes, from the statistics I gave earlier on, you see the trend rising from the 1980s to 2008, and it's been linked to the proliferation of these fast food joints. Okay, so if that is not arrested, probably policy-wise, and also through health education, like we are doing, regulation of advertisements and all that, it's going to be on the rise. It's going to continue to increase.
Can you foresee obesity? Because sometimes you can see a child and say, oh, this child is going to grow up to be big, or how does it happen? How do you foresee that someone is going to grow up big so that you can control or contain it?
Yeah, sometimes it could.
I was a chubby. I was a fat one.
Yes, it could be. Sometimes it starts in the family. So that brings in the question of obesity being in the family. Sometimes it has to do with the eating habits in the family.
Right.
Okay, maybe the family eat a lot of fatty food, sugary food, and sometimes children, as I say, are rewarded with
food. Is true.
Sometimes that's sugary and fatty, so they see that as the good food.
It's even applauded. I mean, I've seen some parents feed their children.
Some parents actually love chubby babies. I know people who say, they love babies who are big, or children who are, if you're not big, you're not cute. They don't like skinny babies. Well, not skinny,
and we even
but
encourage children when they eat, which in one sense I think is good. And like with me, I'm like, hey, I could already deal. I say yes, and then you keep, you keep eating.
So all that also contributes to the obesity rate.
Okay, we're out of time on this, but we'll have to bring you back, Collins. That is Collins Afriye Appiah, who's a dietitian at Kolobu, and we've been talking about obesity and the fact that it's on the rise in our country, so it's something we definitely need to be careful and watch.